Okay, so I'm having to finish this offline because my internet has died and I'll have to upload this in the morning. But I'm mid-final battle. I need to see this out. So, first of all, let's try and get Aretha back in business here. I think she's about to die. Yeah, looks that way. And I am gonna need to fire one of those immediately out at Tifa. And then switch the Reese and hopefully get us lightning infusion. Well, that's promising. And needs the Mega Potion Tifa. Well, Clyde is hopefully going to get an attack out that'll allow him to Mega Potion Wreath.
Sure, however I can help.
Well, that hurt. But hopefully I can make us invincible for a while. Wow, that should have been the case that we were being completely protected, should it not? There we go. You know what, I'm gonna try to just braver him for the time being. Hopefully she can get this here prayer off in time. No, she's dead instead. Well, that was kind of what I was hoping wouldn't happen. And she's near dead, and Cloud's near dead. Oh shit. No, no, no. Do you remember when I asked you to use the Phoenix Down? Oh, for the love of fucking God, I'm just gonna Mega Push it myself. Tifa, you may as well try to stay alive yourself. I'm dead. Yep. Good grief. Could she even survive this? We're apparently immune, except they were certainly not immune. Oh, it's just immune to physical attacks, so it's spells she's getting pelted with, huh? Try to heal. No, not gonna happen, is it? Please let me heal. No. I'm fucked. That was brutal. Resume playing from just before this battle, or the first battle of the series. Resume preferably just. No, I don't want to do that. Let's try that. I think that's the right one. Is it? I think. Please let it be the right one. Otherwise I'm going to hate my whole life if I actually have to go through that ridiculous thing. In fact, if that is the case, if I was having to fight that weird giant ghost, then I will literally call this an evening, because I will take it that the dropped internet connection was a sign from fate that I wasn't supposed to finish this. Certainly it's looking that way anyway. What with the fact that I lost almost immediately after resuming. Oh, for God's sake, I have to do this whole thing again, do I? And I can't actually menu everybody else's like HP and stuff, so that makes it even worse. So yeah, it's brought me back to my shit stuff, so I want to replace that there. Elemental with time. Lightning with barrier. Assess, healing, Steadfast block, ATB boost. Assassin doesn't really seem to help much. Ice Wind, ATB assist, so I reckon we would also want to give her healing of some sort. Not cleansing, healing. Got wind, not that we'll be using a fire. Enemy skill, it's not really that useful. Perhaps... couldn't hurt for her to have more HP, maybe. Actually, she could have the other barrier. And then... Reese could have, let me see, time, healing, prayer, ice. Well, let's give her more HP up for sure.
Fate is not to be taken lightly. Shut up! Here we go.
Hit me with it. No, he's going for Blazaka again.
Get ready. Sorry. Let's do this.
That didn't work that time, for some reason.
Any time now. Shit. Here we go. Already.
That's fair. I think unblockable attacks are very fair.
The planet will claim you. All there. Well,
Let's braver him again. Seems to be the fashionable thing to do at the time. I'll braver him again. Because we love the braver.
sorry. Get ready.
Well, it knocked him out of his attack. This already knocks me away, and Aris should show up then. But we can't skip this scene. That's nice.
Did you miss me?
Never.
Not really.
Thank you, Clyde.
Yeah, so what? Squirrel hand.
If we could. This is probably bad. Ah, that was like his counter slice, was it?
Let's do this. Anytime now. Deal with that.
I'll show you what I can do. Ha! Why don't you lead the way?
Holy crap, that hurt.
I'll take care of him. This one's for you! Come on!
She hit that one.
It's your turn.
Let's do this. No holding back.
And I'm getting lots of, you can see that there's definitely some network problems on my end, and I keep getting all these signals about the
Why don't you lead the way?
LAN cable disconnecting, but it's, you know, right there. Oh, I probably need to get into counter stance here. Yeah. Okay, I am going to get her to pop a Mega Potion on herself. Clyde is going to pop... Well, he's going to get hit apparently. Yeah, I thought something chinny was about to happen.
I'll show you what I can do. Come on, team.
Gotcha.
Gotta support you.
Take him down.
I can help too.
Alright, braver the bastard again.
One more shot.
More like it. Hopefully you're gonna pray and save our poor Cloud. And Mega Potion to get yourself back to full health, Cloud.
No holding back. Gotcha. Nice. Sloppy. Try me. So long.
Oh wow, he's getting more and more blows every time he does that. Gonna pop another high potion just to make sure I'm alive. I alive, you know what I mean. I survive, rather. That should have been.
Anytime now.
Suppose I may as well hit him with this while I can.
Asshole. You're done.
Yeah, I thought that'd be an instant next cutscene. There should be Tifa's entrance again. And let's hope I actually do it this time and don't instantly get killed. I mean, keep a closer eye on my HP.
Tifa!
Yes, girl.
What I miss?
Well, you missed us dying. Actually, no, you were there. You were the last to die, in fact, too.
Dream of me.
Lightning infusion. So this is not ideal, of course. What I'm going to try is do a haste on Cloud.
It's your turn.
Gonna try Tifa getting a little bit of health back, hopefully. No, she is losing health instead. Jesus Christ, she's getting her fucking fuck knocked in. How am I supposed to survive this?
Take the lead.
My
Not throwing in the towel.
He is gonna Mega Potion himself. Reese is gonna Mega Potion herself. So we've all got full health. And she's near dead already. Well, that's good. Let's try to get Kiraga off on Tifa.
I'll show you what I can do.
Enjoy.
Are you serious? The amount of fucking damage he's doing is wild. And she's just spamming Thundagas. It's ridiculous, come on. Kiraga yourself, girl. Get hold of yourself, though. She can throw a Mega Potion, a Cloud. Who could hopefully do this here and maybe have a chance to survive it.
Come on. Deal with that.
I'm coming.
Don't look away.
Octoslash. Oh fuck.
Lend me your strength.
She's definitely dead, isn't she? She's getting the shit bashed out of herself. Right, okay. Clyde, try using Kiraga on Reese. We'll hopefully survive seconds.
Get him.
long enough to get off a prayer to keep other people alive.
It's on you.
Here goes.
Physical damage at least reduced.
I'll take care of him. One more shot.
Okay, well that actually seemed to do the trick nicely. She can try to use a Curaga on Tifa.
Take over for me.
Oh,
My turn.
Great try, okay?
he should come back to me, who has just countered him, and I'm gonna hit him with a Braver again. No, apparently I'm not. Be nice if you did, Clyde, though. Can you please hit him with that?
This won't take long. Here we go.
Please say I can block this.
Anytime now.
Okay, well, I didn't die. That's the main thing. And she could surely cure me.
Ride for me.
Wind infusion. Well, this is probably going to be irritating too. It seems like any infusion of his. It's like herbal infusions. Oh, I could try and guess that mana wall off again.
Here it comes.
It worked, hopefully.
Don't overdo it.
I'm coming. You've got this. I got this. It's on you.
Hang back.
There. I'll take care of you.
Try me. Don't look away.
Get ready to block it again.
I'll show you what I can do.
Beg for forgiveness.
Ice infusion. Well, this is going to be fun, isn't it? Should get away with a cure on Clyde, all being well. Clyde. Oh, okay, you are fine. Now let me see. Just going to try and braver you once again.
My turn.
Oh, no, he has switched to her instead. Whoopsie. Oh, shit. Tell you what. Chug a mega potion. We are going to try and braver you.
I'll show you what I can do. It's your turn.
Hang back.
For you.
Life won't take long. Deal with that.
So it's my turn.
Let's try to pray to get all our health back.
Enjoy it.
Tifa, beat the shit out of him. Focus on the real threat here. That should hurt him.
One more shot.
Oh, shite. Let's try and get another mana wall off. Tifa, you're actually just going to throw, you know what, Turbo Ether at Old Man Clyde.
For you.
Come on.
And then, hopefully, she's going to get a haste off on Clyde, who is then going to be back to fully being functional.
Let's get the pace.
Come on.
Elemental infusion, which one this time then? Chocolate? Hamster flavor? Shadow Flare. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that looks like it hurt. And she's getting the shit beat out of her too. Tifa, throw a Mega Potion on Reese. Oh shit, that looks like it hurt. And now, what's he doing? The ghosts have decided to appear. Something. Oh, he's shadow flaring again. That's not what I wanted. Hit yourself with a Cura Cloud. She can hopefully hit herself with a Cura. And then Tifa can hopefully just beat him up a bit. And drive kick him. It's fun. Do stuff like this anyway. Oh shit, she's getting the shit beat out of her. Oh shit. Feel like I'm counting down. That can't be good. And Cloud's nearly limit breaked. In fact, he has. Let's fuck him up. Nothing personal. How could it be any more personal than Sephiroth than you, Cloud? Well, there you go. Sephiroth defeated. Good grief. Bin bag ghosts, ho!
Welcome back. We can do this. We can.
Oh, I thought that was him beaten. Please let this be a checkpoint at least, if this is the case. He's throwing spooky ghosts. What? What is happening? Well, did we do it? I guess there'll be one way to find out, huh? So this is like the very end of Disc 3 of the original game. Falling down towards him. Then hopefully getting the option to Omni Slash.
Careful now. That which lies ahead does not yet exist.
Huh? Are you on about the fact that you haven't finished the game yet and this isn't even half of Disc 1, or?
Our world will become a part of it one day, but I will not end. Nor will I have you end.
This is...
The edge of creation. Cloud, lend me your strength. Let us defy destiny together.
never.
Well, I guess this is... It's really close to how they fight at the very end of the game. Of the original game, rather. Some ridiculous moves coming up.
Not yet.
It's not over yet, Snake.
"7 seconds till the end. Time enough for you, perhaps. But what will you do with it? Let's see."
Where are they going with this? Sorry, girl. Hiss from Sheila as I tried to help her. She's gotta be not in her back, unfortunately.
Mr. President.
That's right.
Well, there's Palmer. The whole Shinra HQ gang. But where the hell are they going with this? I can't help but stress that enough. Good old Hojo. Who is saying, obviously, that Genova has been taken. Or has it broken free? Either way, he thinks it's hilarious, but that's our Genova. Or Hojo. He crazy. Chris Packet. Ah, here's Zach.
Wait. Was that all of them?
Hang on, what?
Hey, Cloud. Did you see that?
I was going to say, surely they're not going to have it that we've managed to change the past somehow. Some sort of big bang. Big crunch. Yeah, sorry, what is happening here?
Here.
Thank you.
I'm definitely thinking, what the actual fuck here? And somewhere in the slums. What? He's supposed to have survived now? What, so has Jesse survived too?
Marlene?
Or do they just kill Jesse off?
Daddy?
What?
Marlene! I'll come back.
So, what now?
Sephiroth. As long as he's still out there,
So it was just a completely needlessly pretentious final fight. That was insanely pretentious, if so. Like, what was the whole point of those Harbinger spirits? The bin bag things. What was the whole point of that extra fight being added in other than to have... Like, why not just make you fight Genova again, if that's the case?
like mine.
I hope he's actually playable as part of our party if they finally get around to part 2.
Bastard wants to destroy the whole planet, doesn't he? An enemy of hers is an enemy of Avalanche.
Well, for now, that's the whole gang. Until, you know, we get Yuffie, Sid, Keiichi, and Vincent.
Almost there, Cloud. We're almost there.
I miss it. The steel sky.
Why would you miss it? You're like the Earth child. You're the person least likely to miss it, even if it is home. Given your longing for nature, the unknown journey will continue. Well, there we go, I'm done. How unfortunate for the internet stream to completely drop mid-final battle. That's some bullshit right there. This game's really thrown a few spanners at me at the end. First of all, we had the whole fact that it wouldn't let me stream this here from the final chapter. I guess they only considered one part of the game spoilers. Then also the fact that, of course, my internet signal drops mid-final battle. That's the two main problems I had at the end there. So, story-wise, mostly stick to the original plot points. The additional changes they've brought in don't seem to have any real explanation or purpose. It's like, well, they're fate and you want to fight against fate, but at the same time, pretty much everything that's happened in the original game has happened here, except for some reason 2 members of Avalanche have now survived. But there's no other massive changes other than a pointless fight with Sephiroth at the end, which presumably they've thrown in mainly for fan service because there's no real plot explanation for him showing up. It didn't contribute anything to the story. And as for fighting the big fate goblins, well, not goblins, the big fate wizards and the big gigantic kind of one, the Harbinger things, again, it's like, oh, we're fighting against them, but it's contributed nothing to the story, really, whatsoever. They've just been a confusing presence, because it's like, oh, they both help and hinder us towards fate. We can fight them, but at the same time, even if we fight them, things just carry on as normal. Like, I mean, Bard gets stabbed by Sephiroth. Ultimately, it doesn't mean anything. Wedge and Biggs make sacrifice in at the pillar of Sector 7. Sorry, I was going to call it the Shinra for some reason. But they make sacrifices there, and now they've been pointlessly brought back to life, so I suppose that's fighting fate. But otherwise, the changes don't make a lot of sense to me. I thought it looked gorgeous. Almost always, shall we say. Jesse's surname was Raspberry? Jesus Christ. Yeah, most of the changes didn't really do anything. The game looked beautiful. The soundtrack was mixed. There were some good remixes and then some that were just obnoxious. The gameplay style, it's almost getting there, but you've heard my complaints with it. Just the amount of times that a cutscene will interrupt your attack so you don't get to do your own special move happened to me far too many times. All the additional stuff was Johnny, so I'm just seeing his name come on screen. Like, it was all just extra obnoxious. I guess they sort of felt like they had to make something bigger out of him, but why just to do that? The only real new character that was added in, like, well, there was a couple of the ones in Don Corneo's mansions, but again, they didn't really contribute much of anything. And Christ, that there, thankfully I've forgotten his name, but the motorbike guy that was a member of the Turks, he was awful. He was awful. I don't know, I'm just wondering why they've made the changes they did. Like, I could have put up with the gameplay stuff perfectly fine, and I've mostly enjoyed the playthrough until probably Hojo's Lab onward. It started to really drag. The first time I felt it drag was like the sewers, probably, and a couple of the boss fights just were a bit longer than they needed to be. But that sewer section that they like added in was particularly tedious. Yeah, Hojo's Lab was obnoxious as all hell. So, like, kind of mixed opinions on it. I'll inevitably buy the second part when it comes out, though. So, like, there's no point me complaining. Like, I'm not going to. They know they've got you. And now presumably we're going to get another like 60 hours of credits here. But I'll see it out to the end. It feels like the right thing to do, doesn't it? I did really like some of the enemy designs, like the redesigns, like or reimaginings, like making some of them bosses was okay. Again, if they just didn't last so long, like if every boss fight didn't last near 30 minutes, it would be better. But you know, they looked cool, their attacks were pretty flashy, they were like reimagined in a fairly decent way, but it's probably more frustrating to play than it is to watch, or maybe it is incredibly irritating to watch somebody play poorly, but it's not always obvious which attacks you're actually able to dodge and which ones you just have to block. And that can be quite frustrating, personally, as I've said far too many times before. The fact that, you know, you can be queuing up like a limit break or something else kind of ridiculous. One of your other characters might do a certain bit of damage to the enemy though, and then trigger like a mini cutscene. It's like, oh, he's down a third of his energy bar, and that completely like eats up your attack. Like, it can eat up a limit break, it could eat up a cure, which might be keeping somebody alive. It's just really frustrating. All the main cast are pretty likable of, like, you know, the main party. Like, they've managed to make Reese a lot more likable for me. There's that awful cunt of a character right there on his motorbike. Jesus, he was obnoxious. But, like, yeah, I don't know what they were going for with Jessie, like the weird kind of flirt thing. And it was like, oh, now she's an actress, yet she's also somebody that's getting you to steal from her own dad. Like, sometimes it just doesn't feel like they know what they're doing with some of the other characters. It's like, well, we better give them something to do since we're going to be spending more time with them. But, yeah, like with Johnny, it was just like, okay, well, now she's kind of horrible. And now Johnny's even more horrible. Thanks for that. Didn't really care about the dance competition in Gold Saw or the Honeybee Inn. It was obnoxious and wasn't great fun to play it, given the fact that the prompts were often hidden by the flashiness of the FMV dance. But it was obnoxious, but could have been worse. It wasn't Final Fantasy X-2 pop song at the opening bad. Getting there. The interactions between all the characters were great. I loved the flirtiness and awkwardness between Cloud and Tifa. I like, you know, Barrett was grand most of the time. I thought I have to admit, from the demo, I thought he was going to be super obnoxious. His constant shouting got a bit grating, but there was a couple of likable moments with him. Probably the highlight of the entire experience for me, believe it or not, though, was Cloud, Tifa, and Barrett running up the stairs, like running up all those floors of stairs, and just like the comments that were made. It was kind of charming. Some of the other characters that they added in were definitely the opposite of charming. I'm thinking, you know, there was that there thief girl in the slums. She was super obnoxious. Those recurring thugs, they were obnoxious and just kind of awful and awkward. There's a lot of things that they added in which would definitely be best described as awkward. The hand massage thing was weird. Those two commentators in the arena, I guess I'd block them out. Again, they seemed like some real, like, obnoxious thing from another anime that's accidentally tripped up and landed in Final Fantasy VII. But hey. Don Corneo was handled really well now I'm seeing him on the screen. He was just the right level of disgusting that he should be. So I could totally deal with that there. Like I said, the rest of his gang was just kind of pointless, especially that one that did help you through the sewers. It was just like, right, okay. That weird bit where we ended up in the sub lab after the plate came down was just one of the strangest things. Like, really don't know what that point of that was. It didn't even tie in with the bin bag ghosts or anything, so I have to wonder what the whole inclusion of that was there for, other than padding. And these must be hella long credits if we're still only at this here part. We've not even went up to the landing, but Christ, how many years have they been working on this here? I can see arguments for why they need to make changes from the main plot, because it's like, okay, for a lot of people that maybe haven't played the game before, it's like, well, hey, it's a chance for us to like retell this story, but with modern changes. And maybe this is the kind of nonsense people like nowadays, you know. Can't really see why though. But it could be just the whole thing of like they're not even thinking about new fans or old fans. They're just going, well, what's the point in doing like, you know, a complete remake of the original game when we can only do it up to a certain point. We need to make big plot changes to potentially, you know, keep things interesting for everybody, especially the people making the game. That could be what they're thinking. There was that awful thief girl that I was on about in the denim cutoffs there. She was a pointless addition. It's funny though, one thing I would say about this here, God, I just sound like I'm permanently criticizing it, and I do apologize for that, because I did mostly enjoy it, as I've said, questionable changes aside, but one of the things I would have to say for it, it probably could have been at least 10 hours shorter. And that seems like a weird thing to say, because like most people were like, oh, you know, we're only getting up to the end of Midgar, but to try and make up for that there, it seems like they've stuffed in just lots of like I said, just dragged out kind of tedious sections would be my main way of putting it. Just like really dragged out sequences that don't need to be as long as they are, because they're not telling anything additional by being so dragged out. Let me see. Absolute highlight, running up these stairs, and that sounds like I'm really putting the game down, but I genuinely liked how that was done. To be honest, all the early interactions that you had in the slums was fine by me. When we were first in the slums, getting to know the slums a bit better after doing our first mission, I quite liked all that there. It was actually quite nice seeing a bit more of this here sector that we're trying to protect and stuff like that there. There wasn't any... It was mainly busy work and stuff, but it was just great getting to see the game environment, you know, like looking so beautiful, even though it's so run down. Just doing tasks, finding cats for Biggs, that was nice, you know. Those were the kind of things that I was really enjoying. It's mainly the dragging out that makes me go, why even do that at certain points? For instance, the whole mission with Jesse going up onto the plate, it just felt like it was another excuse to throw in the motorbike part, because they were obviously proud of the work they'd done, but it introduced just one of the worst characters. And it also had the whole bit where it was like, okay, you're fighting this obnoxious motorbike guy, you're kicking his ass. Oh look, now we've been interrupted because another group of Avalanche are here, apparently. Oh, well, what's going on with that? Nothing. We'll never expand upon that. So like I said, lots of changes that are just kind of pointless. Hopefully they are actually going somewhere with it, but I don't have tremendous faith after this here. I'll inevitably buy the rest of it just to see what they do with it, but it kind of just feels like with the changes they're reaching around in a dark rather than them having a proper idea of where they're taking these variations of the story to. It kind of just feels like they're throwing stuff in for the sake of it. Like I said, soundtrack mostly positive, graphics consistently impressive, bar a couple of roopier moments, and the reimagining of the gameplay works well enough most of the time if they can iron out those frequent complaints that I have about it. I'm not going to go over them again, but if they iron that out, I think I would enjoy the combat system just fine. But yeah, that's us done. Is there a post-credits thing? Well, I mean, I got chapter selection apparently. Certain manuscripts are only available. Good grief. Huh. Twice as much experience, 3 times as much action points. Huh. We can skip the bike minigame. That says they've got a lot of faith in it. But yeah, I will save it and that will be me. I guess at some point I'll go back and see the other little variations inside missions, but I don't think there are too many great changes. Let's see what it says. Chapter selection. New tunes available potentially. Is that what it's telling me? Are those records? I'm wondering where it shows the story variations. Let's see if it actually shows anything different, and if not, then I will call it a night and get uploading this. Still, very peculiar. Are you twisty? And here we are. Skip that scene. Tell us where the changes are, please. Ah, so it's just to see the quests. This way is the way they're on about it, is it? Well, it doesn't really seem to be telling me where the things are that I have missed, actually. Play log, sorry. Ah, this was to tell me. So, it's the different dresses. I'm only missing 2 discs. Loads of manuscripts missing. Enemy skills. Still one of those to learn. Still quite a few enemies to assess. 18, huh. 2 jobs, presumably from doing a different variation. Loads more combat simulations to do. Another Colosseum challenge to do. Chapter 14 resolutions. Another 2 of those. What was chapter 14? Was that the dance sequence? Huh. I'm not sure what those changes are. Anyway, I'm definitely done. This has been Final Fantasy VII Remake. And I think that's quite enough of it, really. Like I said, mostly positive. But after this here, I'll be moving on to something new. Well, something actually relatively new, only out last Friday, which was Deadly Premonition 2. It's finally here. Thank you very much for watching and sticking with me through all of this. I appreciate it.